Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Big Zo 20, and I'm actually doing my first Walking Dead review. I actually love and adore the show. I've been watching this since season 1. I just never reviewed it, but I'm going to review it today simply because it's just, I've held off long enough, and I need to fucking weigh in. Um, as I said, I liked the first season. I liked the second season. Um, I think the first season was a nice introduction to the series. It was all that and some motherfucking more. All that and motherfucking more and everything you needed. Second season gave you 10-10 shabam, okay? Second season gave you the drama, it gave you the fucking scares, and it gave you the heightened emotion that you needed. The third season, I'll take it by episode basis because I feel like a lot of the shit on the third season could have been fucking avoided. Um, but I guess that's the point, I guess. I mean, like a lot of things in life, you can avoid a lot of shit that happens, but I guess that's the point. I don't know, but I feel like the third season is a lot of unnecessary shit went down. Um, I take it episode by episode because there are some episodes that are hits and there are some episodes on this season that are misses for me. And this episode was one of them because I have to say, I am extremely, extremely tired of Rick. And I know that Rick is everybody's favorite little leader and he is not mine. Um, I honestly feel that I honestly feel like bad because he's been through a lot, but so is everybody else on that show has been through a lot as well. So to me, that's not almost not an excuse. You can't sit here. A lot of people, I see a lot of people on fucking Twitter excuse his behaviors by saying like, "Oh my God, Rick has been through a lot, you know. So as the leader, it's a lot on him, and blah blah blah." Well, everybody's been through a lot. Everybody on that fucking show has lost their loved ones and or family. At least he was able to say goodbye to some of them, or at least see them. You know what I'm saying? Um, to be honest with you, I'm just not feeling Rick at all. He became more and more unhinged, and I feel like decision after decision after decision that he has made on this season has been a mistake after another fucking mistake. And it's just, it really, really, really pissed me off. Because honestly, when the governor sat there and gave you the choice to like either hand over Michonne or fight, then you really should not have given that any fucking considerable thought. You should have, okay, you should have made him think that you was gonna think about it, but you should have went back and prepared for fucking war. But instead, you was like, oh, we need to give him a shelter, we can't fight, and da 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 da. You know this man is so unstable. The governor is fucking unstable and he is evil. So you know that as soon as you hand Michonne over to him, he's still gonna have all y'all asses killed. You know that, and actually that's what he's planning. So for you to think that this man who had, by the way, tortured Glenn, sexually assaulted Maggie, had people fight to the death, to think that this man is going to accept to make this deal with you and actually honor this deal, girl, bye. Rick, you were really dumb for that, to think that that was actually going to happen. Rick, I thought you was a sheriff at one point, or a cop, or whatever the fuck you were. Girl, see, that's why I can't handle Miss Rick, because Rick, she just really, I don't know, and she became more and more unhinged as the season went on. Matter of fact, I agree with her show. What the fuck does the prison have to offer y'all anymore? People have died, okay? The fence has been broken because of the governor. The fence has been broken, and the gates have been broken. Walkers keep getting in and breaching the place every day. You had that place cleared out at first, but because of the governor and because of that one fucker that y'all thought was dead, that little prisoner, because of him, there are certain areas in the prison that keeps getting breached every day, and you have to patrol every fucking day. So why are you still there? You've lost enough people in that prison. You lost good men. You lost those two prisoners that was cool. Then you lost your wife, who you neglected the fuck out of. And then you lost, which I didn't really care for Lori either, but I actually I was hit and miss with Lori. And you lost T-Dog. So, what the fuck else is the prison offering for you? Nothing. And then what pissed me off about it is that you sat there and told every single other person that you thought was a secret about it. And then you had to, ooh, if you're going to tell that Merle Daryl's brother Merle, who is like the assassin of all assassins, he's a hitman, he's fucking crazy as fuck. You gonna sit here and tell him this is the plan, we're gonna take Michonne and we're gonna take her to the governor and blah 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 blah. And you're telling him that you were contemplating that shit? At least have been, at least be sure about what the fuck you were going to do. Don't sit here and tell this man, and in the back of your head you're having second thoughts, because Merle went ahead and carried that shit out. He knocked Michonne out and started trying to deliver her to the governor. And so then you sitting there looking like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that when you changed your mind. Bitch, please, Rick, I can't, Rick. I can't, Rick. Merle, I'm not even mad at Merle for doing that, because honestly, I feel like Merle was just doing what he knows to do best. He knows to go ahead and get shit popping. He didn't think Rick could do it, so he's like, I'll be the bad guy. I'll go ahead and take her, so that blood is not on your hand. And I feel like had he succeeded and came back, I also feel like they would have treated him like the bad guy, like it was his fault. And it would have been Miss Rick's fault. Rick's the one who planted that seed in his fucking head. You don't tell a crazy person that's in a mental institution like, oh, girl, we're about to escape. And they say, no, I changed my mind. Because they're going to go ahead and try. They're going to go ahead and try. So, you know what, Merle, you know, he did his thing. And you know what, I knew that Merle was going to die this season. I knew she was. I knew he was. But, the way it happened, I actually feel bad for him, because like the governor is an evil son of a bitch. Like instead of shooting him in the head, you shot him in the chest so he could come back as a fucking zombie. That shit was evil as fuck, and I just did not like that. And Daryl, he had to kill his brother, and I felt so bad for Daryl, because I actually like Daryl. I feel like his brother was the only thing he really ever had in life, and so the fact that you had to kill your brother because he was a zombie, I thought he was gonna let him bite him at first, and I was like, Queen, go ahead and hit. You better go ahead and kill this bitch. But that's neither here nor there. Michonne, I like Michonne. Actually, Daryl, and Carol. Maybe Andrea, and I'm gonna get to Andrea in a second. But her, Daryl, and Carol, and Andrea are the only people on the show that I really like. Like, if they died, I would have a huge issue with that. Michonne, I like her. I just can't stand the fact that the bitch, like, she acts like she has selective mutism. Like, bitch, can you speak? Speak. Like, when Merle had let Michonne go, and then Daryl came up on her, and he was like, where's my brother? Did you kill him? And she's sitting there looking at him like, no. Okay, bitch, that little 15-second pause that you had there, had Daryl went ahead and assumed that you did kill his brother, and he got emotionally psychotic about it, he went ahead and killed your ass. And so you would have been dead. So you need to stop all that. Michonne, there's a lot of instances in this season where Michonne could have I know she couldn't trust people, but there was a lot of instances where she could have really cleared the air with people and just fucking talked. You can talk about how oh, it'd be better if we do this barricade and blah blah blah. You speak clear fucking sentences. But then you want to act like a cave woman when somebody asks you, Michonne, what's going on? What's going on? What happened with these people? Why are these people doing this? And you're gonna sit there and be like, some men are just evil. Bitch! Just tell me what the fuck is going on. Anyway, so I like Michonne except for that minor flaw. I mean, it was cool at first. Oh, she's like the cool, tough chick. But at the same time, it's like, bitch, talk. Bitch, talk. Because you're the reason that Andrea stayed in that hellhole. You should have went ahead and let her know they're keeping wonkers. That he has a daughter. He's combing the hair of a little girl walker. You should let him know all of that. And you did not. You didn't let her know nothing. Anything. And to me, it pissed me off because that's Andrea lost trust in you and trusted the psychopath. And let's go move on to Andrea, girl. Okay, I understand why you didn't follow Michonne at first because Woodbury seemed ideal. But as we know, everything that looks golden is not golden, honey. Just because it shines does not mean it's fucking diamonds, pearls, platinum, and gold. It could be shiny ass shit. And you found it out. I wouldn't say you found it out quickly, but bitch, you did. Because when Rick and them came And they had that big old showdown where they had to rescue Maggie and Glenn. You found out that they had Maggie and Glenn. You found out what happened to them. And you still was like, wait, I don't understand. I can't leave here because these are good people. Like, the governor couldn't do that. Bitch, these people you've been traveling with your whole fucking time. You've been traveling with these people the whole time, Andrea. Rick and his crew the whole time. And you mean to tell me that when they let you know something went down, you have to question it because the governor has a fucking oasis? He has a fucking oasis in a paradise in the middle of an apocalypse. So it's like, oh shit, that's like the devil to me. The governor represents the devil, if you believe in the devil. Because like the devil in biblical stories would offer you like stuff that's like, here, doesn't this like paradise? Doesn't this look wonderful? But it really isn't, because in the back you're getting he's building fucking torture chambers and planning on feeding people to walkers and shit like that. And then only then, when you saw the worst of it, did you decide to go ahead and run, girl, and your ass got fucking caught. And I almost feel bad for you, but then I don't, because bitch, you should have been left when you went to the prison to visit them that one episode and talked to them, and they told you all of what happened. You should not have went back. You should have said, no, I'm staying with you guys, because that is awful. Even when Michonne said, he sent Merle to kill me, you should have said, no, okay, I'm not going to do that. But no, you didn't, girl. You went back because you thought you could play diplomat, because you thought, for some reason, because you screwing the governor, you thought that now you the motherfucking Duchess of Woodbury. No, you're not. You're not, bitch. Because they really gave two shits about you, to be honest with you. So anyway, moving on. As far as I'm concerned, The Walking Dead season 3 is still a good season. I mean, there's still some really good moments, but at the same time, to me, it should have ended a while back, because like the plot, there's like many plot holes in this season, in my opinion. There are many things where you could be like, oh, that could have been ended like really post haste. The governor should have been killed. You should have been killed, the fucking governor. But they didn't. Now they're dragging it out to the last episode. He needs to die. Like, he seriously do. He doesn't need to live past this last episode of this season. That's gonna happen next week, because they should have nipped this shit in the butt a long time ago with him. And Rick gonna say at the end, oh, I just want you guys to know that this is a democracy. This is not a dictatorship, like he said on the last season when he was like, oh, y'all listen to me now. And now he's saying, no, we all have a say. You fucking right, we all have a say. And that was some bullshit. They let him get in charge like that, in that way. There's no, I don't mind having a leader, like a guardian, guarding and guiding us toward a decision that they feel would be more survival-esque. But at the same time, remember, we are all in this to survive. So at the same time, if I'm putting my life on the line for something, you tell me to clear out a prison yard, and I say I don't feel comfortable with that, then we need to discuss this shit and have a vote. Don't just say you're gonna do it, because you're putting our lives on the fucking line. And decisions you've made, like turning down those black people and shit like that, are getting people killed, Rick. And so when you assume the role of leadership and say, oh, nobody else's opinion matters, it's only my opinion matters, then when bad decisions are made and people die, guess what? It's on you, girl. It's on you. And it's on them too for letting you do that bullshit. If everybody else had stood up against Rick sooner or later, just because he had Daryl and Glenn on his side, you know, sucking his dick and eating his ass, all on every decision he made, they just all up on his dick, then just because he had them two does not mean that they couldn't do a majority vote against them. I'm sorry. And I don't really care for Glenn either, actually. I just feel like Glenn is just, I'm not a big Glenn fan. I'm not. I will say though, I don't want the two black people, Tyrese and his sister. I'm pretty sure, I feel like his sister Sasha's gonna die. I just really do. I just have that feeling that Sasha's going to die. But I really don't want, I really don't want Tyrese to die. I want Tyrese and Michonne. At least have 2 black people on the damn show, y'all. Y'all always get rid of a fucking black person. Y'all got rid of Jackie on season 1. On season 2 it was just T-Dog. On season 3 you got rid of the 1 black prisoner. You got rid of T-Dog. And I'm like, come on. Like, please, just have more than 1 black person on this damn show. Be realistic, please. I mean, you guys are in Georgia, for Christ's sake. Please have more than 1 black person on the show. Thank you. Anyway, this is Big 20, you guys. I hope you guys like the review. If you watched the show. If not, let me know. I'm going to do a couple more reviews, and I'm going to be wearing the same shirts. Don't be talking shit. This is Big 20, you guys. Peace.